Okay, well, the first thing is that I get this weekly email from a guy called the Ad Professor. He sends me all the best ads that he's curated over the last week, and this particular week just had hit after hit after hit. So I want to share some of these with you. Starting with, and I'll share my screen, and people watching on video can see. People who are listening, I'll just talk through it to describe it. And here we go. Boom. So you have kind of a grainy picture of maybe some 80-year-olds making out, leaning up against a car with a Burger King cup on the roof of the car. And it says at the bottom, Burger King, 70 years later, the fire's still burning, flame grilled since 1954. Thoughts?
Now, I'm not sure if you said it, but you have this, like you said, older couple making out. I think what makes this thing super interesting, besides the older couple making out, is they have these older vehicles here, and then they have this lady who's got her right leg wrapped around the gentleman's left leg, so it makes it a little more intimate. Now, he curated this ad? This is not a real ad, or is it?
This is a real ad.
This is a real ad. It looks like Mid Journey or something. Like I don't know, or this was taken a long time ago, but it doesn't look like that. Look at the cars. For
Yeah,
you guys listening, the
they're old
cars are
school
super old
cars.
or old school cars. I love the ad. I think it's gonna get your attention with this older couple passionately making out in public. Um, I think it's a great ad. I'm like, where in the hell did he find this though? And is this real?
Let's assume that it is real. It might not be, but if it's not, they should immediately take it and use it because it's got all the elements that you want to see in a great ad. Because you have
Yes.
the immediate show-stopping, attention-grabbing picture of the old couple making out with the leg wrapped around the leg, plus the cars. It all makes it. It has the product placement of the cup, Burger King, and whatever you think about Burger King. Uh, this is, I think, a positive image into your subconscious. And next time you're going to be hungry, looking for fast food, and you happen to see a Burger King, you might just drive in there instead of McDonald's or Chick-fil-A. So for me, this is a 5 out of 5.
Yeah, and I think that not to stay too long on this, but what I like about it is what I find that works in stories or things about sex, drama, and humor. In this ad, you have sex and you have humor, done very well and tastefully. So I'm down. I think this is a good ad.
All right, let's go on to the next one. It's it's a kind of a middle-aged gentleman with a tie, with a calculator in his hand, sitting on a chair with his pants down as if he was on the toilet. And the ad says the headline is "Paid to Poo." Now, who wouldn't want to be paid to poo? 10 minutes a day, 200 minutes a month, 2,400 minutes a year, a full week's pay pooing on company time. Get comfortable with Andrex, which presumably is a toilet paper brand. Your thoughts?
At first, I'm like, I don't even know. It's an interesting ad because paid to poo, right? You have alliteration, and you have this guy sitting on that office chair with his pants down and toilet on the ground. There's a bunch of like, what the hell's going on type stuff that will stop me, but I didn't immediately put together or connect it with toilet paper, a toilet paper brand. Never heard of Andrex. I don't know what the hell they're telling me. Like, it's pay to poo 10 minutes a day, 200 minutes a month, 2,400 minutes a year. Like, are you literally offering me a job to poo? Like, what the hell is this about? And so I think it's an interesting showstopper. But I don't, it's not immediately clear to me what this is all about.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you that it does stomp the show, but it's probably not going to relate to most people. Now, me being the data guy that I am, I immediately understood what I was talking about because the numbers is like, it's just like, okay, you're pooing 10 minutes a day. That adds up to about 2,400 minutes per year that you're pooping at work. So effectively, if you poop at work 10 minutes a day, then over the course of a year, your employer pays you a week's worth of salary to poop.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense. And for the guys who think like you, boom, you put it together for the the people think like me. I'm like, what the, like, I put it together several minutes later or
Yeah.
minutes later, you know?
Yeah, it kind of who knows what the audience that they're going after, but to me this ad I think it speaks also not just to my data part but also some of the people I've actually known and grown up with. And there's a guy, and I won't say his name, but he had IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, and I knew him all through college, and eventually he got a job. And one of the things he was most proud of is how much time he can poop on company time. And he worked out all these different strategies of how to get in there without the bosses noticing how often he's going. And there was a certain, like, this guy became a detective at understanding what time the bosses are busy when they're going out to lunch and like all these other things where it could have been very productive from a work perspective if he put that time and energy into his work. But it was a government funded job where I don't know how much the opportunity to move up is, maybe. And this is kind of a testament to how government operates is, the employees are figuring out the optimal way of maximizing their pooping time on company time. So like to me, that ad really speaks to that memory I have of this friend of mine.
That cat seems to have his energy in the wrong place. To me, it's like, bro, it can't be like comfortable to poop that much, right? And it's probably impacting your way of life. Even imagine him going on dates and all this other stuff, or being much older and having kids. And like, if you're pooping that much and focusing all your energy on the most optimal time, like maybe put that energy towards fixing the problem so the quality of life would be a little better.
There was no question that it was impacting his life on all fronts, including the dating side and all sides. But the one shining moment, or the silver lining of it, was that he got to get paid more than others to poop at work. So I think he was taking it as kind of a consolation prize for what was going on in his life.
Hey, he found the positive in that situation. Good on him.
All right, so let's rate that ad. I don't know, maybe like a 2.5 out of 5 because
Yeah,
it had the hook, but didn't quite nail the audience.
I agree, bro.
Okay, a couple more here really quickly, and I'm gonna reshare. And there we go. We got the ad that's just the headline says all caps sorry, and below it is some text and a little chihuahua at the bottom, fully zoomed in onto the face. So again, a nice hook in my opinion with the sorry, because you're curious what they're sorry about. Are you curious?
I would. I don't know. I'm still reading this thing. Use it for the dog's face is unique. But go ahead, finish. Please
Well,
finish.
did the headline get you to read? Would you have read this body copy just based on this headline?
Yes.
Okay. So headline did its job. Now, does the body copy do its job? Let's read it together. But even our search dog Taco couldn't sniff out any reason for you to keep scrolling. So stop scrolling, download Headway, use it for 15 minutes a day, become the most interesting person in the room.
I don't know what the hell you're selling me here. I'm not clear on it. Right? There's a lot going on here. The dog's face is interesting, and then the so what you have here, right? Two of the most important things typically in, let's say, in a landing page and even in an ad is your headline and your image. I think they hit on the headline here with a one word headline, which is hard to do, and then they hit on the image because the dog's face is unique. But the copying here, I don't know what the hell you're selling me. I don't know what your dog Taco has to do with it. I don't. The rest doesn't do it for me.
Yeah, I can't. I agree with you completely on this one. And great headline, failed otherwise.
Yeah,
So I don't know. 1.5 for the headline, otherwise zero.
yeah, bro.
Okay, last one is. Let's see if it's. Oh, it's not going to play. Oh, shoot. Because I downloaded the PDF of
Oh
this.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
okay. I'll kind of say it. What it was is that They had a speed motorcycle racing GIF, however you want to say it, of a guy falling off his bike and appearing to land on his feet, and then it cuts to the ad, which is the guy who fell walked right up to a order window for food, and then it pans over to another guy who stands up and starts selling you something.
I liked that one for the with our ads, we want to stop somebody from scrolling or snap them out of their trance, whatever they're in. That one does it because it, like you were saying, it's a motorcycle wreck, and the guy's flying off his bike, and you could tell he's about to land on his feet, right? And then it cuts to the guy landing on his feet at this stand about to order food, and the guy's, I'm like, hey, that did it, right? For a food stand commercial or whatever it is, that guy um, did his job by stopping you and you seeing what the heck's happening, and then him doing his pitch. I think I liked that one.
Yeah, I like it too. And we don't know what the guy's selling, so I guess we can't rate the ad fully. But as far as the hook goes, and from a video perspective, the other ones were all static images. So from a video perspective, that was engaging and got the foot in the door. So we'll give him credit for doing that. And it kind of reminds me of what a trend that I've been seeing. I don't know if you have, but where there's videos like ours, a podcast interview, but underneath or half the screen is taken up by something like that, like the video race or a video game or just some other engaging movement of video to keep people's attention, even though the content's not about the video game, it's just about the podcast and the speaking. But I've seen that a lot.